Hello Virgo, welcome to your mid-month reading. I know I'm bringing it to you closer to the end of the month than the middle, but it's a short month. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. And for those who are returning, you know how much I love you, Virgo. I do. This reading is about the divine masculine and feminine journey. The first part of this reading is definitely going to be focusing on the masculine, but it is your reading, Virgo. So if it doesn't speak to you, that's okay. You have a couple of options. You can watch in the same series the reading that represents your rising sign, and the one, if you know where Mercury is placed, for example, I have Mercury in Libra, so I would watch the Libra reading as well, if it were me, to see what's going on, because we're in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is the messenger of the skies. It rules our communication, technology, electronics, travel, our thoughts, right? So when things go haywire and communication is either non-existent or complicated, Mercury retrograde is often there to force us to sort of pull back, slow down, even though we don't want to, and take that time to go through all the re's, right, of the retrograde, the resting and relaxing and recalibrating and rebooting and reassessing and reevaluating and realigning to our path. And what is very common to have happen is that it's in this retrograde period, we often see people returning, right, another re, from the past. And especially people who are very connected on a spiritual level or who are on a similar path with each other. So, for example, this would be a period where you can reconnect, reconcile your differences, resolve problems, and reunite. It's not at all uncommon, and that's why I decided to focus on the divine masculine here in this part of the reading to really get a handle on where they are on the path with you, or on the journey, on the path, and how they see themselves. Where are they in their recognition of the connection or their role in it? That's what I meant to say. So if you happen to be the masculine, then this would be your part of the storyline. If not, you may be in the feminine energy at present. We hold both energies, just sometimes one is operating a little more strongly than the other. I am pulling from the Energy Oracle, a card for Divine Masculine. The Thinking Man, I love it. And the Feminine, oh, this is beautiful, Virgo. Well, here's Divine Masculine energy that would correspond with Virgo. The Thinking Man, 46. 4 and 6 is 10, and we reduce that to a 1. This is fresh start energy. This Divine Masculine is definitely focusing their attention on a very specific matter, something important, high-minded. Feminine here gets the world, 29. 9 and 2 is, wait for it, 11. So there's sort of a unity consciousness in this card. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything important for card 29. For Divine Feminine here, it is about expansion and opening up. Expand your vision. Wow. And contemplate some much broader options. That is what the Mercury retrograde is about. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. Wow. It's time to think big. Yes, the world is your oyster. Get ready to gobble it up. So I do feel for the feminine, this is a very powerful card of expansion with regard to the options available within this connection. I am looking at the connection, so I think all these cards are about that. And Thinking Man is, it's wisdom, male wisdom or understanding. So that seems to be quite on point. Let's go ahead and pull 3 cards for you, Virgo, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, just to see if we get a hit on what the flavor of this reading will be about. FYI, if you're dealing with a Leo or you have Leo very prominently in your chart or the person you're dealing with has Leo prominently in their chart, you may want to watch the Leo reading because you were all over that once again. That Virgo Leo thing, that tango is really still coming through. Okay. Loyal heart. Look at the two owls. Look at each wearing their crowns. King and queen. Chaos and conflict comes out again. Round and round. Yes, this has been a repeating theme here. So let me just break this down for you here. Whoop. Virgo, you've maintained a loyal heart here. I feel your other person has too, but this is a saga that has gone around and around and around and around. Right? In the middle here, we have the card of chaos and conflict. I believe this card has come out now in maybe 7 out of 12 readings for this series. This is Mercury retrograde. This is where the chaos and conflict comes from. That's why it's showing up in all these readings. That communication is a problem. Maybe, yeah, it's, so I don't take this as maybe you're necessarily, in the midst of chaos and conflict, but this is what the Mercury retrograde brings up in us. Does that make sense? Because for many of these readings, I have discovered that the counterparts are not in communication or are in a period of separation. Just so you know, numerologically here, 25, 2 and 5 is 7. We have a 33, you know, it's a master number, sacred number, and 35, 3 and 5 is 8. That's sort of working on it, doing the work. So I love that there's loyal hearts here, and the round and round, there's some energy here that just keeps repeating on a theme. The person, if you are in separation, may be headed toward you again to repeat a pattern. Keep your eyes open. But I think maybe not, because we see this thinking man, and that... Whenever I see owls, I often feel like of the thinking, right? The brainiac. So the loyal heart with the thinking man, it just feels like that there's some message in there. We'll see where we go with this, Virgo. Okay, so you know this portion of the reading is all about divine masculine. One you're dealing with, or you if you feel you're in the masculine energy. We have Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, fresh start. Wow. King of Wands, there's Leo. Can't make it up. This Knight of Pentacles showed up also in the Leo reading as the, well, actually in the extended, it was the outcome. So this feels very much aligned. And then we have, oh, look at this, the Magician. Nope. No, not the Magician. My bad. High Priestess. These cards can often be a little tricky to read. I saw number 2, and I don't know why I thought Magician. That's number 1. It's number 2. This is the High Priestess. That was in the other reading as well. So, the High Priestess has been coming out, and I'm going to use this deck, just so you know, Virgo, before I forget. And I'm pulling the same kind of cards for Divine Feminine Energy. 3 cards for the connection. A card that represents a message to you from your higher self or spirit. A message to you from, energetic message, of course, from Divine Masculine, and then outcome and timing as appropriate. So that will go on in the extended, will be much more involved than this part, but I want to get a solid, good handle on where the masculine is on the journey with you, or where you are, if this is representing your energy. The fact that we have Pentacles in between fire and water here, we've got Pisces as the energy of the High Priestess. This King of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sag, but predominantly Leo. And then we've got this earthy, grounded energy, which is your energy coming in here. Looks like fresh start. This masculine would like a fresh start. They're slow going with how they're coming online with you here. moving forward deliberately, methodically, responsibly. My gosh. So very similar cards. Oh, wow. Okay, Virgo. Wanting a fresh start with you after some period here of being iced out, feeling left out in the cold. Some period of maybe a perception of abandonment, or just very much left to fend for themselves. 5 of Pentacles is sort of feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, maybe ghosted. For some of you, it's ghosting. For others of you, it just feels like a sense of loss, lack mindset, scarcity mindset. This can also be a fresh start after financial ruin. This could be like a real financial setback that has occurred as well, if we're going to keep it in the 3D. And that's got them stuck, all tied up, blindfold on, in a prison of their own making, not knowing their next best step forward. But most of what it's about, it doesn't show in this particular deck, but in other decks, this figure is surrounded by the swords, the 8 swords, but the swords aren't touching them, and there is a path forward, but they have to step into water. And when you have to step into water off the ground, you have to step into your feelings. So I feel like this person is kind of overthinking things and is reluctant to move forward in the event they drop off the cliff into the depths of the ocean of their own feelings. And I say that because right after that is Queen of Cups. They're feeling very blocked, very unable to move forward toward the Queen of Cups, which I think is you. Keeper of their heart. High vibration love. I know that you're an earth sign, not a water sign. This could be about a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I'm feeling that this is the energy of high vibration love, emotional availability, compassion, something that would make this person feel very warm, which they do not feel right now. And they want a fresh start. They just don't know how to move about the cabin. And that's why they're going at a snail's pace here, Virgo. But let's look at this King of Wands. King of Wands goes for what they want. Fiery, magnetic. A natural born leader, huge personality. Really a commanding presence. Well, sorry, I had the deck upside down. Not a reversal. I feel like they're walking, they're going in search of their happiness. And they've deliberately pulled back. They're delaying their gratification, which is not an easy thing for a fire sign to do here, Virgo. Yeah, I feel that we have this King of Wands who's normally very much get up and go. Could just be the energy of the retrograde, but I don't really think it is. And then we have the 8 of Cups. I feel they're walking away from some emotional drama here, some emotional entanglement. And going in search of the 2 of Cups. If we have 8 cups, 2 more makes 10. That's the nirvana, the happily ever after we're all going in search of in our lives. So they're looking for the 2 of Cups to bring it back so they have 10 cups. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. They're going in search of their happiness. And yet they're like suspended in animation here in this Hanged Man energy. I feel what that's about is delaying gratification, meaning, and also it's looking at everything from a fresh perspective. waiting for enlightenment, the wisdom, there you go, the thinking man, the wisdom to know when the time will be right. Because they're stuck right now, wanting a fresh start with you, and they're stuck, or you know, vice versa if you're in this energy. And now shifting into where are they right now? They are coming to this connection very, very slowly. When I say the connection, I might mean like a reconnecting very, very slowly. But here's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles. They're very responsible, grounded, reliable. You can count on their being rock steady. So I almost feel like that the Hanged Man naturally leading into this Knight of Pentacles, it is now shifting where they are taking action. They're just taking it one step at a time, very methodically, deliberate decision making. It's still action though, but it's not, you know. King of Swords, Six of Swords. Ace of Cups. All right, let me walk you through it. So we know they're moving slowly and deliberately, responsibly, really taking care with each step they take. So they're delaying gratification, the gratification of being that King of Wands, of going after what you want when you want it. Nope. They pull back. They're really examining the situation. And they're plotting their return. I really do feel that because Eight of Cups, walking away from one drama and walking toward their happiness. Who's the happiness? Queen of Cups. So they are starting to move. And I see King of Swords with honor and integrity. The King of Swords can be somebody, I'm repeating myself for those of you who have been here before, but I like to say it for the newcomers. King of Swords, if I was to describe the King of Swords by profession, it might be somebody in the military, somebody in the legal system, judicial system, you know, judges, lawyers, police officers, first responders, you know, anybody that's in a field where you operate by a code, standards of honesty, loyalty, integrity, discipline. Get it? But in the absence of that as a career path for this person, they're still stepping up in high vibration, truth, honor, and integrity. This is somebody who is not real warm and fuzzy right now. They're not thinking on any, I mean, they are thinking, but they're not coming at it from emotional, watery, or fiery, passionate. They're coming at it like a strategist. This is strategy here. King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. They're going slow on purpose. They are literally plotting their every move, you know, with precision and accuracy. They don't want to make one false move. They are they're moving toward calmer waters. That's what they're doing. Remember I said, turning their back on drama, going in search of their happiness, delaying gratification, moving methodically, responsibly, slowly, deliberately, with honor and integrity and like razor sharp strategy, moving to calmer waters. And what happens then? Boom, Ace of Cups, brand new chance at love. Look at the beauty of that card. It looks like liquid gold is pouring into that chalice or silver. It's just beautiful. So underneath the deck is the sort of unconscious energy. It's not quite in their front of mind awareness, but it's there. In other words, all the decisions and choices they're making sure that they've crossed every T, dotted every I, because they know the power of this and they don't want to mess it up. Priestess, here you are. High Priestess. Not communicating, but very intuitive, highly spiritual. Well, now we have the King and Queen of Wands. So I know we are earth signs, but if you show up, if the energy of the Queen of Wands shows up and it's on top of this High Priestess, then it's your energy if you feel that you're the High Priestess. So here's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is taking in information, processing information, using the intuition, recognizing and noticing the synchronicities, right? You heard that song 3 times in a row today, and you're like, wait a minute, there's a message there for me. Yeah, obviously, if it's a top 50 playlist you're listening to, you will hear it 3 times. But if it's not, you're like, oh. Repeating numbers. We've got, what do we have? 33. And we've got some powerful numerology that has been coming up in all of the readings, stuff like that. So you're really focused on your own spiritual path, your own spiritual growth within this connection. They see you as their wish granted. They are hoping against all hope and placing their trust and faith in the universe that you will be delivered unto them. You will be brought back in union, and I'm only saying that because I know they're moving towards something. They want a fresh start. And then we got Queen of Wands. So in this scenario, they're seeing you as very attractive, very magnetic, a passionate person, creative, powerful, in your power. So I almost feel like I've seen a shift. They're lamenting, right? They want a fresh start, and they're lamenting in this 5 of Pentacles with regard to the Queen of Cups, to the emotion, to the nurturance and the emotional connection they feel for you. And then they go in their power, King of Wands, and they want to come toward you, but they've got to pull back, reassess the situation, move slowly in honor and integrity before they can move to calmer waters and claim the love. And in this scenario, I see your energy here, Virgo, as the High Priestess, them wishing upon a star, right? That holding out hope that they can reconnect with you, and then you're their Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Wands. Major power couple there. Go-getters. Lovely energy. I am going to take this card here. Underneath the deck is transformation. So I do feel this is a nod toward where they are in the process, Virgo. I feel that there's a transformation underway. I'm hoping I'll see more of that in the extended. I'll pull some cards for feminine, and then obviously the connection, and maybe we'll get a hit toward transformation in either a message to them, to you from them, or in the outcome or the connection. So if this is speaking your storyline, the link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a minute. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye, Virgo.